Hi everybody, welcome back to Bring Life Indoors. It's Moira here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you hear any noise in the background, please ignore that. That's my son, Jonathan. Hope you're having a beautiful day. As for us, it's beautiful, but definitely not bright and sunny. It's cloudy. It's been raining the whole morning. It rained throughout the night. That beautiful, nice, calming rain. I enjoyed it so much. But it just stopped now. It's still cloudy, so it might rain again. Well, I'm not complaining. Who doesn't love the rain, right? So yeah, it's beautiful in that regard, that it's nice. It's raining and cloudy, but I also do like my sunny, bright days. So yeah, I'm sure you can tell with the lighting that it's not all awesome. Hi, that's my son, Jonathan. Yeah, he just wanted to say hi. As for today, I thought I'll take you through and just show you my propagation station. Yeah, you might wonder, why did I lift him up? Well, I didn't want to tilt my camera. I didn't want to tilt my camera down. Just decided to lift him up. But anyway, it's okay. I thought I would take you through my propagations and show you what I'm busy propagating, how they are doing. I've planted so many of them already, and every time I do that, I beat myself up to say, Moira, you should have first did a video. You should have first done a video just to show how they were doing and also take people through the whole process of planting them. Sorry about that. Hopefully this time around I'll remember. I'm just gonna take you through everything I'm propagating, anything sitting in water which I'm propagating. I'm gonna take you through it and show you how it's doing, and maybe also show you the ones I've planted and they've taken root. They're doing very well. So yeah, that's all I wanted to show you today and take you through today. So I'm gonna start right where I am. I got this beautiful stand from my mother-in-law over the holidays. I was helping her sort out one of the holiday homes, and she gave me one of these. It comes with a jar. I'm just quickly gonna show you that. So it came with this jar, which you put in here. Just gonna quickly show you this. It's very cool. There we go. This is how it came. This is how it came. Very beautiful. I mean, this is stunning, isn't it? But then, at the moment, I can't put anything in here because the lip is so wide. The lip is so wide, so you will need a good amount of plants that will actually hold well if you want to put them in here to propagate, and I don't have that at the moment. So it's just a wooden frame. As you can see, it's a wooden frame. It's very easy. It's actually one can put this together for themselves. It's a wooden frame. I didn't do this. Like I said, I got this. My mother-in-law gave me this. It's a wooden frame, and then all they did is drill a hole there and, put the rope through and tie a knot, and that's about it. And then you put your glass jar in it. I mean, the minute I saw it, I mean, she didn't know what to do with it. She was asking me, what am I going to do with it? And I said, I know exactly what to do with it. I'm going to use it for my propagation. And and she let me have it. It was very kind of her. She let me have it. So, but because the lip is so wide, like I said, because the lip is so wide, at the moment, I don't have anything I'm propagating which will stand very well in this jar. I took the jars out, and I decided to play around and see what will fit in there, and I was happy to know that these glasses, which I bought specifically for propagation a long time ago, actually fits in here just fine. They fit very well, 2 of them in there. They fit side by side very nicely in there. I mean, how beautiful is that? Yeah, I love it. But enough with that, because then it's not about propagation stations, but why not, right? I just wanted to show you what I'm busy propagating. So this is my golden pothos. If you know me, I'm always propagating golden pothos. It's my number one plant. I'm forever chopping and propagating. I love it. Yeah, so this is what's sitting in the water. It has developed roots beautifully, but I'm not in a hurry to plant it. I don't know if I'll ever plant it. So far it's doing very well. I mean, most of the leaves in here are new growth, most of it. Some is old leaves, which I started with, but it has grown so beautiful. I love how it has grown bushy and giving me new growth, and the roots are well and healthy. So yeah, you know, so some of my propagations, I'm not planning on transplanting them. I love the look. I love how they look in water and, you know, as a display, you know. And this is my wax ivy. It's also doing very well. Here, this was not the plan, to be very honest. This was not something I decided to chop and say, oh, I'm going to propagate it. No, I actually drowned this plant. I overwatered it, and then it got root rot. And then I cleaned it all up and decided to stick it into water and propagate what was left of it a while ago. So yeah, I overwatered it. If you have one of these plants, you will know it's got like that wax leaf, kind of a succulent leaf. They don't like to be overwatered. You need to really make sure that the soil dries out in between. And with me, it had dried out in between, but what happened, I think it got waterlogged. So the soil was not loose, it was very tight, so it got waterlogged. And then, yeah, and then all that happened, root rot. So I was doing very well with it for a while. I was taking care of it very well. So yeah, if you're like me and you've gone through something like that where you're doing super well, you're on top of things, and boom, one day you realize, yeah, the soil was not loose, it just got too tight. And then with that, when you water, what happens is then the water gets locked into the soil. It doesn't dry out as quick as you would want it to. So it's good to always loosen up your soil. Okay, it's good to always loosen up your soil. So yeah, that's what happened with this one. Then it got root rot. So I decided to clean it all up and put it in here. So you can see it's getting new roots. I'm gonna try and get it out. This one, there's nothing on it yet, but there's a little bit there. Yep, it's focusing. So it's doing well in water. I mean, if I can take it out without, and if you look there, you know, at the corner there, this corner here, there's a little bit of a root coming up. So it's doing very well. There's not much root development that has happened a lot. There's not much to show really, but the fact that it's doing well in water, there's no issues. That for me is a plus. And also you can see slowly but surely its roots are beginning to come out, you know. So that's the thing with propagation. The truth of the matter is you have to be very patient. Just fixing it nicely. You have to be very patient. With most plants, you have to be very patient. Some plants, within a week or two, boom, you see roots. And some, it takes quite a while before you see anything substantial. So you need to be very patient. So this is what I'm propagating here. I've got 2 of these. Just gonna tilt my camera up. And in this one, I've got my Hoya canosa, you know, the variegated one and the non-variegated one. It's also doing well. This one I recently just chopped it and put it in water, so there's not much happening roots wise, but it propagates very quickly. I can tell you now, within days or so there'll be something happening, because I just recently did this a few days ago. And look at this one. It's not long in water. I mean, it doesn't have 2 weeks. No, maybe, no, it does have more than 2 weeks. I mean, look at those roots. Look at those roots. So it does propagate very quickly and very easy. Yeah, this was my first Hoya. If you follow me on Instagram, I did post a thing on it, my first Hoya to propagate. So I'm super excited. And it's doing very well. So that's your non-variegated one. And I've got my variegated one, which I recently propagated, so it hasn't developed roots yet. You know, it hasn't. Yeah, it's a tricolor. So okay, so I did the same. If you can see, I did the same on this stand. I took out that white lip jar and I put these beautiful 4 glass bottles in here, and the fact that all 4 can fit, for me, it was like, yay! You know, I'm gonna bring the camera closer, you know, so all 4 can fit, which is so nice. So all I have in there is this is all Hoya, variegated and non-variegated, and in here is my wax ivy and my golden pothos. So I'm gonna take you on the other side of the wall and show you what's happening there. Okay, I had to climb on the chair. I'm climbing on the chair. I'm standing on the chair at the moment. This one is up on my wall, right up on close to the ceiling, as you can see. Again, it's my golden pothos, and it's doing very well. I just want to refill. As I go, I'm gonna be refilling the water. It's doing very well, and it's giving me new shoots, and it has developed roots. So yeah, that's my golden pothos. Like I say, I love golden pothos. I'm gonna just pull this one out. Look at those roots. You know, I'm not going to plant this. I'm gonna leave it to grow here. I'm not gonna transplant it into soil. It's happy here, so I'm not gonna bother it. Just wanna clean out dead roots. It's good to do that. Otherwise it contaminates your water. So yeah, just 2 of them. I'm just gonna put it back in there. So yeah, it's doing well. I just want to show you this one. Look at those 2 shoots. They're popping out. You know, that obviously they're coming from the roots, you know, from the bottom of the stem right there. That's where the growth is coming from, and it has to find its way. These leaves have to find its way out of the jar, which is so cool. And just gonna pop it back in. I'm not gonna, yeah, I'm gonna leave it like so. I'm gonna leave it like that. And then this little one, look at that. So it's doing very well. So it's always a joy to see how they're doing, and they're loving it where they are. So I'm gonna jump off. Okay, then I'm gonna take you to another corner of my house, show you what's happening there. Alrighty, I'm in my kitchen now. This side of the kitchen, there's corner shelves. I don't know if you can see them. up here, I've got this different bag here sitting here. It's sitting in this teapot. The handle broke, really. It just broke. So I turned this into a propagation pot, if you want to call it that. And look at those beautiful roots. It's doing very well, doing very well. Obviously you can see this leaf is gonna say goodbye to me very soon, but I haven't chopped it off, you know. But otherwise it's doing very well. Yeah, so that's what's sitting up here. Oops, that's what's sitting up there, you know. And then I've got another one. I've got another one right here. I'm just gonna lift my camera a bit and I'll lift the plant up. I've got another one right here. It's also doing very well. Look at those roots. I mean, how beautiful is that? I'm making a mess. It's doing very well. I mean, that's a new leaf. That's a new growth. And it's shooting out another new growth here, as you can see. So it's doing very well. It's doing absolutely well. I'm not in a hurry to repot, to transplant it into soil. And yes, I painted this myself. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know I love painting. It's one of the things I do to just relax and take time out and just, you know, yeah, I enjoy painting. I enjoy arts and crafts. I was watching one of Nicole's video, if you're following Nicole on YouTube, My Clean Leaves. And she did 5 things that relaxes her in the morning, or that calms her in the morning. And one of them is she loves coloring, you know. And yeah, me too. I love to color and I love painting, and you know. So yeah, that's me attempting to draw a monstera leaf. I don't know if it looks anything like it, but one thing I like is that it does look like a leaf. I don't know about monstera, but it does look like a leaf. But anyway, let's go to another corner of the house. And we are at my favorite corner of the kitchen, which, yeah, it's one of my favorite. I have so many favorite corners. I think one of these days I'm gonna do a video on favorite corners in my home. But anyway, this is what's happening this side of the kitchen, right next to where I cook. It's the stove right behind me. I've got my, what is this again? I always forget this philodendron, but it's imperial red. No, not imperial green. It's red emerald. I think so. But anyway, that's what's propagating here. Look at those roots. Wait for it. I mean, how beautiful is that? They're all coming up. It's been sitting in water for a long time. Look at that. Like I said earlier on, with some propagations, you're just gonna have to be patient. Honestly, don't rush it. Change your water as often as you can. You see those points? I'm getting roots right there. Change your water as often as you can. Be patient. Don't lose heart. Before you know it, you'll see life coming up. And look at this one. I'm getting a new growth while all that is happening. How beautiful is that? Yeah, that's my philodendron red emerald. Yeah. And here's the other ones. Look at that. I'm messing up. But look at those roots. It's so exciting. I must try and get them all in there. I'm not gonna take them out of the water, but everything has developed roots. Basically, I can take this one out. It's easier. Look at that, and look at that growth. This is new growth, and this is new growth. How beautiful is that? And all that happened while it was being propagating in water. It's not easy to put it back. Okay. This one is still coming along. You have to clean your stuff. When you check it, you always have to just take out the dead stuff that doesn't contaminate your water. It's still coming along. Believe me, it's been as long as the rest of them in water, but there's nothing that has happened. But the leaf is healthy. It's not complaining. So you don't lose heart. You leave it. I'm scared to take out that one because there's a leaf growing from the bottom of the stem, and I don't want to break it. But it has developed beautiful roots like the other ones. It's just this one. But I can bring the camera closer maybe. Let's see. I hope you can see. Look at that. Well, I hope you can see that. I tried. So I'm just gonna put this back. There we go. And I've got my, just gonna move the camera back. And I've got Hoya in here, more Hoya, the tricolor, and the non-variegated one propagating in here. And if you see the tricolor, I did it a while ago, so there's roots already coming up. Not the tricolor, the non-variegated one, I did it a while ago. But the tricolor one, I just recently put it in water, so there's nothing happening yet. Just gonna fix it nicely. Nicely. And while I do that, I've got my watering can. Just fill up the water, that's all. Oops. And I've got my, this is my Chinese evergreen. Look at that. This is new growth. This is new growth. How beautiful is that? And look at those roots. Look at those roots. Look at that. Okay, I will take it out one at a time. So each one of them has a new growth, and there's one coming up still. If you can see, I don't know if you can see that. There's one coming up. And even this one has new growth, and there's one right there at the bottom coming up. This is so exciting. Okay, that's sitting right in my kitchen. Yeah. And what else? And this beautiful, I love this beautiful propagation stand. Yeah, it's doing very well. I still have my Hoya in here. You can see the roots have come up. I've got this from Brittany in Cape Town. She makes these, Mama's Plants. You can check her out on her Instagram account. She makes these. She's also on Facebook. She also has a website. I'll link all that below, but she makes these beautiful plants, propagation stations. And also I have my Skindapsis in here. Look at those roots. Very beautiful. I'm trying to propagate these string of pearls. Yeah, it broke off, so I'm just going to propagate it and stick it back into the soil. The succulents. And here's my other Hoya, non-variegated. Yeah, that's what's happening in this one. Just gonna move it there. And I've got this beautiful, beautiful stand. I must remember where I got this. I mean, this was from a flea market. Someone was selling these and I bought one. There was no way I was walking past it. I bought one like that. And in here I've got my fiddle leaf fig, which was not doing well. The leaves were turning brown and I thought, no ways, I'm going to save what I can save, because I didn't know what was wrong. And even when I took it out of its soil, it was not root rot, it was nothing, but then something was just, it was not happy with me. And the bottom leaves going up were turning brown and very funny. And I decided to save what I could from the top. And this was the top ones. And look at those roots. I'm messing up my floors. Okay. And here's the other one. This one hasn't developed anything for me, but it's happy, not complaining. So I'm just gonna leave it in there. Hopefully one day it will give me roots, right? And then this is my umbrella plant. It has done so well. I've got about 3 cuttings in there. I'm not gonna take it out because it's just a nightmare. Every time I have to put it back in, I break roots. But look at that. Look at those roots. So yeah, it's doing absolutely well. So that's what's happening in my kitchen so far. So I'm gonna take you to my bedroom. Before I go there, let's talk about this. I'm gonna turn my camera. The lighting might just not be so great, but I don't know if you can see. Before the holidays, I started a project on my herbs, you know. But little did I know I shouldn't have started it before I left for the holidays, because it didn't hold well with me being away for 2 weeks. It didn't hold well. I came back, the water had gotten contaminated because I wasn't there to change it. Because then obviously if you're starting something new, propagating something new, well, I don't know with herbs, but I didn't have that much problem with plants. But with herbs, somehow I feel like, one, you need to change your water quite often at the beginning, and I wasn't home to change my water as often as I should have. I wasn't home, and I came back, things were not looking great, and the roots were still there, but I must be honest, I didn't have the energy to deal with all that and sit and clean up, and I just chucked everything into the bag. I just chucked everything into the bag. I'm gonna start that project again from a scratch, and then because I really want to grow herbs in water, you know. So yeah, I lost. If I must be very honest, I could have still saved them and cleaned them like I would usually do, all the rotten roots and all the bad leaves, and then wash the jars and put back what is left and then have it continue. But I didn't have the energy for all that. I just came back home on a trip and I didn't have the energy for that. I just took everything as it was and I threw it into the bin. Is that bad? I did. But you know what, these things which were here are outside. I mean, I'm growing these outside. I've got a vegetable garden outside, so I just need to go get clippings again, go get cuttings again outside, and then start all over again. So I didn't feel like I am losing anything. I don't know, but anyway, I didn't have the energy. But that's what happened here. So that's why it's all bare. Like, that's exactly what happened here. So 2 weeks away from home, not changing water, and while they were still, while all that was happening, I mean, they were still, I don't know what's the word, fresh, like, yeah, I don't know, but something happened. I mean, they just got contaminated. Just bad. You must ask my kids. I was not impressed. They just, and my daughter was like, Mom, why don't you just do what you usually do? Just clean them up, wash them, chuck what's bad, and then keep what's good. I was like, I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. I'll start all over again. So that's what I did. Yeah. Anyway, let's go to my bedroom. Alrighty. This is the end of it. The last corner in my home where I am propagating things, or where I am displaying with propagations. So if you are new here, I've done a video on this before on how I put all this together. I will link it down below. Yeah, so this is propagations. I thought, why not have this in my bedroom? I love waking up to this. I love coming and sitting and reading a book. By the way, I've got a chair and a table here, as you can see. So I love the idea of sitting here, reading a book, drinking my tea, and checking on my plants. You know, it's so relaxing. Trust me, I love it. It's good for the mind and the soul. So yeah, they are doing very well. Yeah, I haven't lost anything, and they've grown so well. I mean, look at my trailing plants. This is my heart-shaped leaf, my sweetheart. It's doing very well. I mean, you know, and there's my golden pothos. It's doing very well. It's continued to give me new shoots, another heart-shaped leaf, another. Look at that. Look how long this is. Look how long it is. It's doing very well. And this is my, I must bring you close. You're too far. You are way too far. Okay, and this is my ZZ. It's doing very well. Look at those roots. I wish I could pull them out, but it's no, not gonna do that. Not. And this is my, I need to give this water. This is my peace lily. See? And there's my peace lily. And this is my Sansevieria. It's also doing very well. Apparently it's Dracena now. Look at those shoots at the back. It's for the first time I see them, so we all seeing this together for the first time because I didn't notice this is happening behind. So I'm just gonna carefully put it back, right? Without breaking it. I'm gonna try. Please, don't break. Okay. So yeah, that's my peace lily. That's my Dracena. It's also doing very well. I'm gonna tilt the camera down. That's my Dracena. It's doing very well. Developed roots, beautiful roots. And look at this. I'm gonna remove this for a while, for a bit. My other ZZ, I'm just gonna put it on the side because that's not what I want to show you. But you know what's funny about ZZ? You know they get those balls in the roots, which when I saw them for the first time early in my plant days, I got scared. I thought, what is that? Yeah, but anyway, they get those balls. Look how they develop. Interesting, hey? Anyway, that's easy. But look at this. Look at those roots from my rubber plant. And believe me or not, all this is new growth. 1, 2, 3, and there's another one coming up. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is new growth. It started off with these 3 leaves. Yeah, so it's very happy. I'm not in a hurry to transplant this stuff. To be very honest, I've been lying. I'm chilled. I'm very chilled. I'm not in a hurry to transplant any of these things. If I do, I'll let you know, and I will definitely do a video on it. you know. I'm trying to get it's not easy to take this stuff out of water. That's why I try not to, because to put it back in, it's a nightmare. And you don't want to break your roots or disturb the whole process. Anyway, I think it's in there. So yeah, that's what's happening here, you know. There's not much. This is also Dracena. So I've got about 2 Dracenas, and I've got about 3 peace lilies, and I've got a jar of ZZ. I'm not gonna count this little one sitting here. The only reason it's not there is because it's so short. And I've got 2 jars of heart-shaped leaves, the sweetheart, and I've got 2 jars of golden pothos. Yeah. That's all I wanted to show you today. So that's what's happening propagation wise this side of town. I'm loving it. Most of the things I have here is not things I'm looking at transplanting, to be very honest. Most of them I want them to grow in water. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, and so that's it. I wanted to show you the plants I transplanted recently, but I'm scared this video is gonna be long, so there's gonna be a video for another day, because then there's gonna be a very long video if I had to show you what I've already transplanted and how it's doing. So I promise that will definitely be a video for another day. It's been fun. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, I've got kids at home, so if you're hearing the noise in the background, that's my kids. But it's been fun. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. And thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. It's always a joy to know that you've got there's people who watches these videos and are interested in what interests me. You know, it's always a joy to know that I share my passion with someone else out there. But anyway, been fun. Love you all. Bye.